Alright, so in 3.0, the last element, dendro, is released and we got a bunch of new reactions as well. One of the new reactions is Aggravate, which increases electro damage and it requires quicken to be procced first. And I thought maybe I can finally pull out one of my least played 5-star characters and see how she performs in 3.0. And I'm just going to spoil what's going to happen a bit for you guys, but her damage numbers were amazing. I'm also going to see whether the reaction helps Raiden Shogun or not, since I'm also curious to see whether Aggravate teams with Raiden as core is going to be viable in the future. The thing is, I seriously feel like I need to play with Yae Miko a bit more, since I may or may not have swiped my card in order to get her after losing my 50-50 to my first gene constellation. Just like Yoimiya, she's really enough and viable in Abyss, although I have to make it clear that my Yae Miko is by no means optimized and there's still a lot of room for improving her artifacts and eventually crowning her skill, burst, or both. So at the moment, this is the supercarry team that I run with Yae Miko. I have to specify that in this video I'm going to try and get the highest damage number possible with her, and so I'm going to play Yae Miko like a main DPS, instead of conventionally playing her as an off-field support or sub DPS. This is what my Yae Miko looks like currently, with 75 crit rate and 196 crit damage, and I think that she's well built enough for today's test. As for her weapon, I'm currently running the R2 Solar Pearl. I have the Wit Sith, but it's not leveled up yet, and so I'm not going to be using it for today's video. As for artifacts, I'm currently running 2-piece Thundering Fury and 2-piece Gladiator, simply because it'd be a waste of my resin to test my non-existent luck for more decent Thundering Fury pieces. And these are the individual artifact stats. And these are her talent levels, 6, 10, 8. And now I'm going to show you her damage numbers with this team, where she is paired up with Zara, Bennett, and Yelan. The stats for the characters used in the showcase will be shown at the end of the video. Alright, without further ado, here's the showcase. Alright, now I'm going to replace Yelan with my Caesar, Dendro, Traveler, and see how much of a buff is Aggravate to Yae. I'll be running the 4-piece emblem set to try and make her burst deal a bit more damage, and here are her stats. Her constellation, and also talents. I'm currently running the Favonius sword on my Traveler, just so that her energy recharge will be high enough for me to spam her burst on cooldown, but there are other options out there for her, and I'm sure that this isn't the best. And here is the showcase for Yae in an Aggravate comp.
律令来戦具現化せよ姿を残す
As you can see, although getting Aggravate ready to be procced needs some time to get used to and can be quite annoying, the overall damage increase can be seen if everything is set up correctly. Yes, the Dendro Traveler's Burst still procs spread from time to time, and Masanori attacks way too fast for a perfect rotation in my case, but whenever Aggravate is procced by Yae Miko, her damage gets increased by a substantial amount, even though she only has 58 EM and the damage of Aggravate is only increased by 23%. I would still say that a Yae Hyper Carry team is still going to be viable, and when even better Dendro supports are released, those of you who have Yae Miko or any other Electro DPSs should consider building a smoother and more flexible Aggravate comp than the one that I used today, and see the difference in damage for yourself. Since not gonna lie, my test was kinda scuffed today. As of right now in 3.0, I would definitely say that the Dendro Traveler is quite strong, and if you want to play Dendro reaction comps and have the resources to build her, I would highly suggest you guys to try her or him out. Just out of curiosity, I've also done the same test with the same supports with Raiden Shogun, to see how far I can Aggravate buff Raiden. But before I start Raiden's test though, I have to remind you guys that in reality, Yae Miko is for sure going to receive more of a buff from Aggravate than Raiden, since Raiden in existing team comps already perform very well and her damage numbers are high enough already. That being said however, this test is just me messing around with the new Electro Dendro reactions and seeing how much of a change is Dendro reactions going to bring to the game. Anyway, here's the showcase of Raiden in the Hyper Carry team, and after that I'll be showing you her in a Aggravate comp.
見切りました。かかれ。燃えろ。みんなは俺が守る。どの目が出るか。来戦。稲光、すなわち永遠なり。裁きの雷。捕まえた。みんながそばにいてくれ。終わりね。無我の境地。見切りました。天なる来光。逃げ道はありません。
その手は食わぬ。
みんながそばにいてくれるわ。絆。信頼感度。知れ。ここより弱滅の時。裁きの雷。邪魔者の。はびこれ。浄土を開放させ。みんなは俺が守れ。無我の境地。よっ。
After testing these two Electro characters today, I can definitely say that Aggravate certainly has the potential of making Electro a stronger element, and as expected, Yae Miko benefits from Aggravate more than Raiden, and hopefully this video has given you a better idea of how much Aggravate can improve your Electro DPSs. In fact, an Aggravate comp with Keqing is also viable, but I couldn't test it out today since my Keqing is not built at all.
体どこから。
Anyway, thanks for watching until the very end, and it would help me out a lot if you could kindly like the video and subscribe. Also, tell me whether you think the new dendro reactions are meta changing or not in the comments. Anyway, see you in the next video. Bye!